Cities have secrets, and Melbourne hides them in plain sight. From its historic heart to the rugged edges of its coastline, this journey wasn't just about having a good time, but also about making sense of how these stories shape this city and its people. But first things first.
All alone again tonight, but you don't seem to forget about yourself. Wondering how it could go so wrong, but you didn't call for help. Let me tell you about the trees and the seas, how it's all connected. The flowers and the birds and bees, the northern lights, yeah, we're all affected.
This evening we are at Little Bourke Street and it feels alive. People are queued up for gelato and sipping fine wine in restaurants that seem like they have existed since forever, and there's live music and lots of chaos. The plan was to spend the evening at this jazz club called Paris Jazz Club and Restaurant, but turns out fate had other plans for us. It was closed, so now we are left winging it, strolling past these lanes hoping to find something we like.
Forget about all you know, you need to go, it's okay to let go.
So we were just walking past Collins Street and we came across this installation called the Reuniting Family. This installation is symbolic to the Italian immigrants who migrated to Australia just after the Second World War. If you have a look at the children who are behind, they look scared because they probably don't recognize their father who left for Australia while they were very young. So they're holding on to their mother's skirt and looking at this man like he's a total stranger.
I was supremely excited to find out about this photo booth outside Flinders Station. So back in the days, these analog coin operated photo booths used to be a common sight in most of the Western countries. But with the growth in digital photography, they naturally started to disappear. So this probably is the only original black and white photo booth standing in Melbourne today. That is probably with the support of the locals. This has managed to survive and has gone on to serve as a time capsule for Melbourne's evolving culture. So you feed in $8 coins into the machine and it gives you a strip of three timeless black and white pictures. Melbourne wasn't a love at first sight. It did take its time to grow on me. At first, it seemed like just another bustling city, its charm hidden beneath its modernity. But the deeper I delved into its past, the more I uncovered how profoundly its history shapes its present. Nowhere else was this connection more profoundly visible than the State Library. This impressive domed reading room is a walk into the history. literally. And it is the largest, one of the largest in the world. And the reason behind is probably the makers had sufficient fund, obviously because of the gold rush. Victoria was one of the wealthiest states, but also they wanted to make a very defined statement about the importance of education, and the whole sentiment behind making this library was to make knowledge accessible to everyone rather than just the elite and the wealthy.
We've heard so much about Melbourne's coffee that we had to try it for ourselves.
So basically, I was a little curious about why the coffee here is so famous, and what I realized was post World War II, there was a wave of Italian and Greek migrants who moved to Australia along with their espresso machines and coffee culture. And Pellegrini's, which is one of the oldest standing espresso bars, became a place for people to gather, and coffee became more than just a drink. And yeah, with years, Melbourne put its own spin on things and turned this process of coffee making into an art. And basically what started as a simple tradition is now a full-fledged obsession. Melbourne felt like a quiet conversation with an old soul, familiar yet full of surprises. The city moves at its own rhythm, inviting us to wander, pause, and notice, leaving us with an aching longing to return and see what it might reveal when we are ready to listen. Thanks again for watching, and give us a thumbs up if you like this video.